In the upside case, the metaverse turns out to be more like something on the order of the iPhone, like a new container for software, and a new computer interaction thing. And AI turns out to be something on the order of like a legitimate technological revolution.
We never thought that AI can write essays, scripts, create music.
The future is now, because this morning, a new artificial intelligence tool known as ChatGPT is gaining popularity for its ability to craft emails, write research papers,
Create images.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
Do our SEO strategy, or maybe come up with a weight loss plan.
Here we go. Okay, look at this. Can you see it's happening? It just writes like, okay, the scene opens.
I should have had it do my pitch for Hello Tomorrow.
Okay, great. So there it is. The scene opens.
But thanks to ChatGPT, this is a reality.
Intriguing, certainly, and a lot of AI analysts say it's as revolutionary as the internet, but some say it's a threat to society. But one thing is for sure, it's sparking interest among everyone from top CEOs to students.
So in this video, let's deep down into the future of AI and what should be our direction for the future.
And people even say like, okay, you know what, maybe it's going to do all cognitive labor, or 90% of cognitive labor at 1/1000th of the cost, or whatever.
ChatGPT is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to AI. 2 years ago, it was the translator professionals who were impacted badly by AI. And now we are seeing professional artists, content creators panic as the AI-generated art takes away their potential clients. And next, the white-collar jobs will start to feel the pressure. First, this AI system will be professional assistants, and they'll improve enough to reduce the number of workers needed in multiple fields.
Like AI that can start to be like an AI scientist and self-improve. And so can we automate our own jobs as AI developers the very first thing we do? Can that help us like solve the really hard alignment problems that we don't know how to solve? Like that, honestly, I think is how it's going to happen.
I know all of our jobs are at risk. We could be replaced by an AI bot.
But if you actually stop and think about what that means, and if you actually stop and think about even further than that, like, okay, once it's going there, and once like AI learns how to do science, and the rate of scientific discovery, scientific progress goes up by like a factor of 1,000, what that means for the world, people may say the words, but they don't seem to be acting like we're heading towards that kind of world very quickly.
So what should be our direction in the future?
AI is the platform that the industry has been waiting for in that sense. My guess is, there will be areas where you can go far with small models, like image generation, for example, and those will just widely proliferate. My guess is that the most powerful models will be quite large. There'll be a relatively small part of the world number of companies in the world that can train them. But yes, then the value that is built on top of those with fine tuning or whatever else will just be absolutely tremendous.
So what they're saying is, in the future, there'll be few big AI companies which will dominate the 98% of intelligence and general knowledge. And smaller startups will come up and use this intelligence as a base layer.
Something that would like try to say like, do everything that a first-year legal associate could do. But that'd be hard for a bunch of reasons. One of which is the model wouldn't have learned basic reasoning, and others, it wouldn't have all the world knowledge of everything else. But if you start with this model that knows everything a little bit, and then give it just a little bit of data to push it in the direction of being a really good lawyer, I think that's a much easier path and sort of what I would expect more of.
This makes sense. Why would new companies will invest money and time in creating this AI intelligence when they can just use openai as a base layer, create their own front ends and create the startups? So that's all for this video. This is the space that I'm researching in, and there'll be many videos that I'll be coming up in the AI space. So keep watching.